with Clear Sky we modified a lot the graphical part of the game. So first of all, we have heavily upgraded the DirectX 9 rendering engine. We pretty much changed the lighting system, changed all the textures, models have been heavily updated. A lot of work has been dedicated to just the detailing of the world, and we are really keen on bringing as much detail to this environment as possible, make it very authentic and realistic. And secondly, we added a totally new graphical module to the engine, which is fully DirectX 10 optimized. Well, in fact, DirectX 10 is still just entering games as they are, because it still costs a lot to process all these effects. So when actually choosing what to do in DirectX 10, we were primarily thinking about the atmosphere of the game, because this is one big part of S.T.A.L.K.E.R. And secondly, the realism of this environment, of the world. So ultimately we went to create a number of those effects which help the player to see this world as more realistic and more atmospheric. So first of all, in indoor environments you will see volumetric fog, which is physically correct, fully physically correct fog that is actually interacting with all those objects on its way. So either characters or items like boxes and crates. So you will see this fog enveloping all these interactive items. And secondly, we have this sophisticated lighting technique, which is called volumetric light, and also sun shafts, otherwise called God rays. So when the sun goes real bright, you will see real volumetric, kind of nice and realistic shafts of the sun going through objects and casting those realistic shadows, all processed in real time. Looks very impressive and realistic back again. And ultimately there's this nice rain effect, which also interacts with the surface, with the ground this water goes on. So when the rain starts, you can see that the ground, as it receives more and more water, becomes wet. So the surface changes its attributes and the way it looks. You will see it start like glistening, and as more rain touches the ground, you can see little splashes of water, little puddles showing up, and back again. This looks very impressive. And at the same time, as heavy rain starts, water will start streaming down vertical surfaces. So all of these effects just add to even more like realism and immersion for the player. So these are basically the effects that the players can see on well, top-notch hardware, really cutting-edge technologies behind all this. The interesting thing about hardware requirements for S.T.A.L.K.E.R is that we are still supporting the older age graphical cards. I mean, even the DirectX 8 generation graphics cards. So is DirectX 9 and the latest DirectX 10 video cards. Which effectively means that the players with lower end systems can still play the game, although they won't be able to see that kind of eye candy that the latest technology provides. But all in all, the key thing is gameplay. So the computers that were running Clear Sky, that were running, S.T.A.L.K.E.R Shadow of Chernobyl, they will be pretty much potent to run Clear Sky as well. And those players who have really high-end systems, they just can see more eye candy, and that's the only difference.